I'm going to really quickly walk through how you can export a draft that isn't such a large file size as you have been, because I know that we're exporting these and putting them on the Google Drive. So exporting a small file size will be helpful for making it quicker to upload and export and things like that. All right, so follow along. Let me share my screen. Okay, so you're gonna open up your Premiere Pro project. So this is my Premiere Pro project. And you're gonna go to the sequence that you want. So this little icon that opens the sequence over here. And once you have the sequence on your timeline that you want to export, you have to make sure this blue box is around the timeline that you want to export. So I clicked it. I clicked that bottom right-hand quadrant. So this quadrant. And now I'm going to go to File, Export, Media. And what we have been doing is we've been doing this match sequence settings. That means you're going to export it in the exact same sequence settings as what is on your timeline, which because we just dragged stuff over, those are the exact same sequence settings that came out of your camera. Instead of doing that, we're going to export a smaller file size. So unclick match sequence settings. And over here at format, go to H.264, okay? And then once under preset, you can go all the way down and I want you to do YouTube 480p SD wide. This will create a really small file size that's big enough for me to be able to see and look at and understand the story of what's going on, but it is not big enough to eat up all that space on your Google Drive. Great. So you go there, and then when you have your output name, you double click on that blue. And this is where I say, okay, I actually want to save it in my project folder. I want to save it into the exports folder. And yep, this is where I can rename it. For example, for this one, I'm going to say the date, 2020, month, September, day 16, Evie Wilson, draft 1, right? And if maybe you want to say, you can say like firefighter draft 1, right? And so I'm going to press save and then export. So this is actually going to render it and then export a much smaller file size so that it doesn't eat up so much space on your hard drive, on your Google Drive. So I want everybody to do this for Thursday so that it will be quicker for me to download all your files. All right. Thank you so much. And I will see you all in class.